Hey guys, the Warden here with my first ever YouTube video. Super excited to get this channel going. I've been streaming on Twitch for a long time, playing a lot of Madden or College Ultimate Team. Specifically, College Ultimate Team has been the game of choice as of lately. And I wanted to start breaking down some gameplay from College Ultimate Team, because I do play a lot of gauntlets. I am pretty good at College Ultimate Team, as you guys have seen in this video. And I play the number 2 player in the world on the season's leaderboards here, ex Big Scar. As you guys see, he's played a lot of games, and I play him. Just match with him in a season's game, and we're gonna break down that footage for you guys here. So let's get right into it. As you guys can see, this game is played on my Twitch TV, The Warden. But let's just get started with this first play. He did run a lot of empty to start the game. And one thing I like to do first gun empties, I like running like a little bit of like a loop. So I think that's the best way. Like this is little loop pressure here with the sub linebacker out of 3-3-5 mid, just to get some pressure without having to send everybody, so I can counter this empty passing attack. But he moved the ball pretty well his first drive. Right there, he takes off with Cam Ward. If we kind of just keep going through this, play good defense there, but mobile quarterbacks game are very hard to stop. It's very hard to get good pressure. So he goes to trips right here. He did go to trips quite a bit. Right there, we do get some good pressure, though. During this gameplay, I did have gold aftershocks, my outside linebacker, to make the quarterback tired, which that's going to actually pay dividends in this game, guys. Aftershocks I don't love as much anymore, just because gold aftershock versus platinum workhorse, it is harder to make the quarterback tired. But I did love it at this point in time, and right there, as you can see, he moves out the running back and dots me. He moves the ball pretty well this first drive. Didn't have too much answer for him. Kind of like what I would call a feel-out drive, where you're just seeing what the opponent is doing, trying to get an idea of what plays they'd like to call. Right there, that could have actually been a pick, but he did overthrow it past my DB for just a swat incomplete pass there. But yeah, this drive is kind of just a feel-out. Want to see what he's doing, what are his go-to plays, and then playing a little bend, don't break, just to kind of get a feel for his tendencies, and then going from there so we can adjust more as the game goes on. So it goes back into our motion here. Again, he's sticking in this trips tight end. Get some pressure. Doesn't have time to throw his deep post there. Motioned over looks like a inverted zig, which I thought was pretty interesting. You don't really see that a lot from trips tight end. But we get a 3rd and 10 right here. And I'm running this pinch bug 0-3-4 odd defenses from a 3-3-5 tight defensive playbook. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch as well, like I said, The Warden, I'm going to have a breakdown of that 3-3-5 tight via an ebook coming out soon. Right there, he throws an absolute dot, though, and takes the lead 7-0. So it puts me in the spot where I need to respond quickly here with 7 points. And I'm in this Oregon offense, gun, bun, strong offset. Specifically as a formation I like to call here quite a bit. You're going to see a lot in this game. He's running the same defense I am, 3-4 odd, cover 0. But I am going to, as you guys can see here, I'm going to absolutely shred this cover 0 defense throughout the entire game. It's going to be really good. Starting right here, throwing this post over the middle for a 1-play touchdown. Like I said, it's cover 0. It's a very risky defense. You can get a lot of sacks, but you can also give up a lot of bombs over the top, especially when you send the blitz out of it as often as he does here. And as you see, a first play, I'm just getting out of there. And that's so deflating as if you're Big Scar. You just had through like an 8, 9, 10 play drive, worked your way down the field to get 7, and then you go back on defense, give a touchdown the first play. It's always really deflating. But we'll see how he can respond right here on his second drive. So again, he's back in this trips tight end. Having to again methodically move his way down the field. Motion on his running back once again. Throws another dot here. Gets bad animation. He didn't really need to teabag me like that, but he did. And that's one of those spots where I didn't really get cheated. I think that was just an open pass, and good for him to split the cover 2 right there. I thought he was motion out like he did the play before on the first drive. And that time, that time he split the cover 2 with 2 streaks. This goes back to his motion zig. Dots me over the middle, and at this point, I'm kind of like, all right, this loop is getting no pressure. I got to mix in something right here to throw him off his game. Nice read here with the table route. Breaks the tackle. It's looking like he'll get 7 right here. Just another good drive by him. Having a hard time again just stopping this trips tight end passing attack. But I do blow up that run. And then the second play, just a crazy dot over my cloud flat. I'm pissed because I'm like, there's no way he can get it over my cloud. I don't know if I need to put a deeper zone drop right there or what I could do differently, but he does paint that corner route for a touchdown. So again, I just gotta go back, keep putting more pressure on him. But I love what I'm doing versus cover 0 that he's running. Just a lot of max protection because he's saying so people every play, and I have plenty of time to throw the ball when I go against this 3-4 odd. So I'm feeling good on offense. I just got to kind of have to keep pace with him right now until I can find a way to get stopped. And as you see, he gets out of that 3-4 odd. He will get back into it later in the game. But right now, he knows how easily to move the ball that first drive. So he can get out of it right here. We're going to take our little check down drag, get a big play with Todd Heap. Todd Heap's still my tight end. I do like Todd Heap. He's I have spread theme team with his Oregon offense, so that's just a great tight end. Even though he's a little more budget now, he's still a great tight end to have on your team. The next play, guys, I go to my favorite play in this playbook, corner strike. Another check down again. Todd Heap air truck, dumbs out the defender. That's another good tip for you guys. Trucking is the best move after the catch. If you just want to dumb out defenders, as you can see right there, that was a good example of just dumbing out the pursuit angle of the DBs and getting another big play. So again, we've thrown 2 plays here, and we're already at the 12-yard line. Moving the ball really, really easy versus him right now. So we're going back to corner strike right here. Same max strike setup again, just trying to block this 3-4 out blitz with this motion over. Take our drag. Tyler Boyd gets in for a touchdown. That's his takeoff, getting a great release off that man press. And Tyler Boyd still a great receiver in this game to this day. Very fast, spread team as well. Just gets right off the line. Easy touchdown. So again, I've had 4 total plays in 2 drives for 14 points. Moving the ball really, really easy. We just got to get a stop here versus Big Scar if we want to win this game. Because right now it's just basically back on serve to him. He gets back into this trips tight end. At this point, we've got a good feel of what he wants to do. Now we just got to start making some adjustments and going from there. It goes to verticals. High balls are right over my face for a massive play, though. And he's going to get out of there for a touchdown. That's one of those where it's kind of annoying. I see it's corner. I switch stick onto that safety. It's one of the favorite things I like to do from this cover 0 blitz. I like switching onto that safety versus trips. When I know it's corner, so I try to pick the ball off. And I feel like I was there, but he just kind of high balls over my face. And that's why high balls are so good in this game. High balls are kind of a situation where you can create a pass where it's either your receiver gets it or nobody gets it. And the high balls are right over my face right there where I can't get it, and he does. Then I get a band animation to swat the ball, and he gets out of there for a touchdown. So again, this is a super high-scoring game right now. 21-14 with 2:44 left in the first half. I'm going to be looking to block this blitz here with his tight end again. This time he just plays just horrendous defense. I don't know if that was like a shade underneath defense right there, but everybody was open. Could have thrown multiple touchdowns right there, but we take our streak there. Tyler Boyd yet again. So 5 plays, 3 touchdowns. So back to his drive. This is attracting me at this point, as you can see. 21-21 with 2:37 left in the first half. There's been 6 drives, 6 touchdowns. He goes back this corner route they threw. First touchdown last time. My switch stick is just a hair late right there. But I want to pause this just to show this wear and tear that's on his quarterback. His quarterback is absolutely exhausted. Minus 20 throw power, minus 19 speed, as you can see in the top right. And that's because of this aftershock ability that I had at the time. If we do get Platinum Aftershock in this game, I would recommend it because it can create this wear and tear on his quarterback. But this is just a crazy wear and tear. That's going to be actually a factor here going into the later parts of this game. Goes to I-tight right here, just a run. Gets a first down, nice spin move by him there with McCaffrey. Looks like he's just going to try to go back to just this run here. But like I said, if I can just get a stop right here at some point, just find a way for a stop, it puts him in a bad spot. And I know he just got a big play with that run, but I feel like he's been moving the ball really well off the pass. And that time right there, I blitzed the outside corner to kind of blow up this RPO stretch. And now he's going to go back to the pass. But I feel like right there, you're just kind of wasting it down. I don't love that run right there. A good player like myself is going to adjust to that run. So he goes back to the pass right here. Motions over again. Probably going to be that zig, and it is the reverse zig again. But this time I lurk it, and because I have to go down and use it myself, he does throw that in right over the top. Good play by him. Just a weird play. Don't really see that a lot from trips tight end, but it's a good play by him. He goes back now to this I-tight. I'm expecting that same RPO stretch here. So I'm blitzing basically the entire team. Calls it. Do a decent job wrapping it up. Call timeout right here. And like I said, this is where I just have to really play aggressive. Worst case scenario, I want the ball back right here on offense, so I don't really mind giving up a touchdown right here. But I just don't want to get clocked going into halftime where this is the last possession of the half. I want to either get a stop or get the ball back immediately. And right there, just send everybody. Say you're going to have to. First, I really mixed in cover zero out of this pin spot. I'm telling you, you basically have to make it read right now. But I'm just going to scream at you. And that's what I did right here. Again, super aggressive defense. Send the dogs. Throws a really blind pass at his tight end. That time he goes back to the double streaks. And I played perfect defense for that. And I just lurked underneath for the drag. And now we get a 4th down 5. This is massive. If I can stop here, it puts me in a really good spot to just take control of this game. Goes back to this motion out again. This time I'm expecting an out route after he just went double streaks. And I was absolutely correct and absolutely bag his offensive play right there. That time, again, it was just a guessing game sometimes on defense. Like, he went to double streaks with the tight end, ran back the play before. I'm thinking, okay, he thinks I'm in cover zero. He's going to go to a cover zero man-beating route with his running back. And that time, just literally just leave a cloud flat on the field. That was also a situation where even if that is a streak, he would just throw it for a touchdown and I would get the ball back regardless. So I didn't mind that defense at all. And it worked out for me well there. Really aggressive defense. Had to be down there by the red zone to get the ball back. And I get the ball back now in a really good spot to take control of this game. First play here. Going back to cornerstone, my favorite play in this entire playbook, Emmitt Smith. Again, we are just moving the ball really well versus defense, guys. 6 for 217 and 3 touchdowns at going into this play. So just really high-power passing attack that he has not had an answer for at all. Going to dagger right here. This crosser right underneath that cover 4. Get out of bounds, stops the clock, and we are just moving. He has not had an answer, boys, at all. I don't think I've had a play that's been less than 10 yards yet. And I'm just passing every play. This time he goes back in at cover zero blitz. Doesn't really have an answer for what I'm doing. We're going to go back to this max protection here to pick up this blitz. Hit our angle route wide open. Emmitt Smith gets out of there for a touchdown. Again, guys, going into his last possession here, we're in a really good spot. Now that we have our stop in 7, a lot of pressure, all the pressure's on him to get points right here. Great switch stick by me, and then going back to that post route to play it. And he's just going to go no huddle right here, which to me doesn't really make sense after an incomplete pass, but you can do that in this game, so he's going to go right back to it. This time, again, great defense. Stay disciplined there, my user for that running back, but that's my responsibility out of that cover zero defense. Gets to a 3rd and 10. You guys know what they say. You can't win a game before half, but you can definitely lose one. So he's in a spot where he just doesn't want to really put the dagger in the coffin by giving me another stop right here. That would put him in basically in the possible spot to win the game. And I get another stop. So now he's in a weird spot, 4th and 10. He makes no decision. Right here, I would even consider punting the ball because then I get the ball back with like 8-7 seconds left. and I still have to get some yards. And it puts you in a spot where you can still fight back. But he's basically putting all his eggs in one basket right here. And we played perfect defense. Absolutely perfect defense right here. Even though that was a completion, I'm not mad at that at all. I motioned out the linebacker to play the out route that I knew he was going to go back to again. And I just running stock cover zero shell. He gets lucky there, gets a lot of time to make a read, and gets just a route bounce that was kind of BS, honestly. But not mad at all. I don't love the decision by him to go for it because, again, if you don't get that, you basically lose the game. But we have a good switch stick right there to counter his last play before half. And, again, going for that basically rewards him with nothing because he gets no points. So now we're up 7 with ball in a very dominant spot right here. He needs to stop now. He's got to find an answer to stop my offense because so far he has had no chance at this current moment to get a stop. So we're going to see what adjustments he makes here in the second half. But versus number 2 player in the world, we are absolutely moving right now. He has not had an answer for this yet. If you guys like, again, what you see, I am live over on the Twitch, weekdays 8 p.m., weekends, usually around 2 p.m., Twitch TV, The Warden, with 3 E's on the, if you guys want to check it out. Going back here to the same max protection kind of setup. Hit my wide open drag, and Greyhouse is getting out, guys, for another touchdown. We are just completely shredding this cover zero. And as you guys see, my quarterback, Brandon Braxton, 9 for 9, 344, just putting on an absolute clinic. I haven't even ran the ball yet, I don't believe. And it just doesn't matter. We're just moving the ball effortlessly. And like I said, guys, with this cover zero blitz, it's a very aggressive defense when you send pressure because you're either getting sacks or you're giving up bumps. And even though that was a drag because of how aggressive the shells are that he's using out of this play, he's just giving up massive run after catches. And it's putting him just in a really impossible spot. And if I'm noticing that I'm picking up his blitz as often as I am, I would get out of it. I just don't see the whole point of running cover zero is to be able to generate pressure when you blitz. And if you're not generating pressure, it's like, what are we doing? So he just hasn't had an answer, though. Just anywhere. Even when he went to that loop, though, he's never had an answer. So I'm just moving the ball really well right now. Again, ton of pressure on him. He has to get 7 or the game's basically over at this point. Motion's out again here. Probably going to be that zig, and it is going back to that zig. This time I played perfect defense for it early, but not late. Had plenty of time there to make a read. Goes back to it. Again, that type of play where I really don't see that a lot. You don't really see a lot of people motioning out that receiver in trip setting to the other side of the field. But he does, and he's doing well with that play. So it goes back to verticals right here. This time I have a much better switch stick onto that corner route, and that is why we won 3 for Rod because of those quick jumps on the outside getting pressure. And we are just in a great spot here to really close this game out. He has to call timeout, I call timeout there, which is fine. I'm up 14 points. If I was trailing, I think it's an awful timeout because it's the second half. But I'm up 14 points. I don't really need those to stop the clock by any means later in the game. So one makes my defense a set, and this time it is. And he runs a good play right there with his tight end. Has the time to throw the ball. God, he makes a man miss. Makes 2 men miss. Gets down to the 14-yard line. It's just a good play by him. Second down. Again, perfect defense. No one's really open at any point. Aftershocks again getting to his quarterback. I'm pretty sure this is his backup at this point, which again just shows how good Aftershock was. And if we do get plenty of Aftershock in this game, I do recommend it because of how tired it can make the quarterback. Just makes him absolutely exhausted. That time he just throws the ball at 3 people. I don't pick it. I had a great switch stick right there to that out route to take that away, and then I had a great zone adjustments for the rest of the field, and he just chucks it right at my face, and I don't catch it. Which happens in this game. Right here, I'm going to play a little more aggressive, way aggressive defense, super aggressive, and it pays dividends. He sends 5 out, and that 3 for Rod gets home instantly. Malik Jefferson, I still have Malik Jefferson on my team. I think he's a great card. But now, guys, we're in a spot where any points here ices the game for sure. I just need to get 3 points even. Makes it a 3-score game. Makes it impossible for him to come back and win. Again, another max protection setup right here. Just trying to hit my open player. And that time I do Emmitt Smith again. Super aggressive defense. Emmitt Smith gets out of there, breaks a tackle, gets out for a touchdown, guys. And as you can see right here before he quits out, this stat line was special, chat. Virtually number 2 player in the world. This Oregon bunt-strong passing attack goes 10 for 10 for 420 yards and 6 touchdowns. Just an absolutely explosive day there from the boys on offense. He never found a rhythm at all on defense. I don't even know if he took me less than 10 yards to pass the ball. I feel like every play was a big play. I had all the time to throw the ball, moved it with pretty much no resistance at all. And that's my game versus number 2 player in the world. Big Scar is a cool guy. I've talked to him a little bit after this game. He's got Twitch as well, ex Big Scar. But again, if you guys like what you see here from that gameplay, I'm going to keep uploading gameplays to this channel, breaking them down, and then kind of giving a variety of cut videos to help you guys out with your game. But if you like what you see on Twitch, I am usually live during the week. The Warden with 3 E's, if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you guys again soon.